It's the SVI Radio Network. I'm David Kazare, and joined now in the studio with Vivian Barrett. She is one of the 8 contestants of the Teen Vocalist presented by Randy Thompson Insurance. Vivian, thanks so much for taking some time to chat with us here tonight.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Absolutely. So a big competition coming up this coming Saturday at 7 o'clock at Star Valley High School. And I want to know, what made you want to try out for this competition?
So it was actually really last minute. We were coming home from Washington, and we were in Idaho Falls, and my dad was just scrolling on his Facebook, and he saw the ad, and he was like, "Hey, you want to do this?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure, whatever." So we just tried out, not really knowing what would happen, and we got the email a little later, so it was
nice. So
fun.
Just happened to see it and say, why not?
Yeah.
Well, that is great. I'm really glad you did, Vivian, because your audition is phenomenal. It blew us all away. In fact, I know on the committee, when they first heard your song, your audition choice, we didn't see the age yet. And so when we saw that you were 13, we're like, what? This is a 13-year-old? It blew us all away. So just a fantastic voice that you have. We'll let people hear that in a moment. I'm gonna tease that a little bit, so people have to wait to hear that audition. But I assume music's been a big part of your life. I mean, it sounds that way anyway. But talk to us a little bit about your music history.
So when I was a young child, my dad was in a band, and he was always practicing at our house, and he's a drummer, so he was always doing that. And when I was in kindergarten, both my parents really pushed me to do an instrument, piano, so I chose piano. And a couple of years later, I started guitar, and I've always loved singing. That's always been a big part of my life. So
awesome. So it sounds like both your parents pushed you towards music a little bit, something you've embraced and enjoyed, and your dad's a drummer. How cool is that, right? That's pretty awesome. So let's take a listen in to your audition for a moment and let people hear exactly what I'm talking about when we say that you blew us all away. Here's the audition.
I know there is a hope in these waters, but I can't bring myself to swim when I am drowning in this silence, baby. Let me in. Go easy on me, baby. I was still a child, didn't get the chance to feel the world around me. Had no time to choose what I chose to do. So go easy on me.
What makes you sing this way? What do you kind of attribute that to? Is that just in your genes, or where does this inspiration come from?
Well, I've always listened to a lot of music, but recently I've really started listening to like Lauren Daigle and Adele, of course. I really love Adele. So,
I can say you can definitely hear some Adele coming out, some of that power, that soul. But it's Vivian Barrett. She is one of the 8 contestants of the Teen Vocalist, presented by Randy Thompson Insurance. And Vivian, $1,000 up for grabs this weekend, right? What would you do with the money if you won that?
So last year I started playing trumpet, and we bought a trumpet, but my trumpet's a little iffy, so I was thinking I might buy myself a new trumpet.
Okay, so a new trumpet with the grant. All right, okay, I like this. Well, Vivian, so talk to us a little bit too about where you're from. I mean, you've moved to Star Valley a couple years ago, it sounds like, but maybe talk to us what it's like living here in Star Valley, the move, where you've been previously to that, and a little bit about you.
So in Jackson, I moved from Jackson. It was, I don't know how else to explain it except intense. It's really intense. And when we moved down here, it's just really peaceful and easy to live here. So that's, yeah.
So going from intense to more peaceful, that's good. Was it hard to go from rival town to rival town, or was that not a big deal?
Not really. I never really cared about any of the sports or anything.
That's probably good. Very good. That's right. So Vivian, when you sing, there's obviously a lot of emotion that comes out. And this coming, Saturday night at the competition, what do you want your message to be for the audience? If there's one thing you can say, I want them to feel this, what would you say that is?
I don't know. Mostly a message that I just want to give is just be kind. There's a lot of judgment going around right now, so just don't judge people by how they look or how they do anything, just kind of be nice.
I love that message. It's like you said, very needed right now, isn't it, in the world? So that's great. So look for that message this coming Saturday night from Vivian. I know you're only 13, but I'm assuming that music is probably going to be a part of your life for the rest of your life, right? But what other goals do you have? I mean, are there goals in particular that you want to accomplish in your life, and what are those?
Well, of course, I love singing, and that would be amazing if we could do that, but that's kind of unrealistic. So I was thinking recently about being a lawyer, because I've been told I argue very well.
Okay, nice. All right. So maybe some law in your future, yeah. Maybe you could sing and do law at the same time. I mean, who knows, right? That might be possible. It's Vivian Barrett. She is one of the 8 contestants of the Teen Vocalist presented by Randy Thompson Insurance. I do got to ask, too, one more question. But what was the last song you listened to on your playlist? What was that last song?
The last song I listened to was Lauren Spencer Smith, her Flowers, the Flowers song. I don't know.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, so that one. What would you say if we were to pull out your playlist and kind of look at the stats? What would you say are the songs or the artists that you would probably listen to the most?
It's really all over the books. I have like Ready or Not from the Fugees to Somebody You Used to Know by Goyete,
yeah.
I think.
Yes, you got it. Yeah. Very good. So just a whole spectrum. Well, Vivian, we're excited to hear you perform this coming Saturday night. Best of luck to you. Is there anything else you want to share with us before we let you go?
Nope.
All right. Well, good luck to you. 7 o'clock Saturday night. Can Vivian take it all? We'll find out. 7 o'clock at the Starville High School Auditorium. It's the Teen Vocalist presented by Randy Thompson Insurance.